All right, so there's this massive, high-stakes battle brewing right now between Hollywood's biggest studios and this new wave of AI content creation. And I mean, think about it. On one side, you have literally billions of dollars in intellectual property, characters we've known our whole lives. On the other, you've got technology that can whip up a brand new movie scene with just a simple text prompt. This isn't just some legal squabble. This is a fight for the very future of entertainment. So let's break down what's really going on. The major studios are, well, they're not holding back. They're drawing a very hard line in the sand. Netflix shot off this really stern cease-and-desist letter to the company that owns TikTok, all about their AI video tools. They made it crystal clear they see this as a direct attack on their most valuable assets. They're demanding that these AI-generated videos of shows like Stranger Things and Squid Game get shut down, and they mean right now.
But this brings up a huge question, right? One that really gets to the core of what entertainment is going to look like in a few years. With this technology moving so fast, I mean unbelievably fast, is this a fight the studios can even win? Or is something else going on here entirely?
Okay, so on the surface, it looks like an all-out legal war. Hollywood is basically calling up its lawyers, getting its armies ready, all to protect its most iconic characters and stories from what they're calling, unauthorized use by AI.
And what's really interesting is the coordination. This isn't just one studio going rogue. Nope. You've got Netflix, Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Disney all linking arms here. They're teaming up to go after this user-created content that they feel is, bastardizing their biggest franchises.
And things are getting pretty extreme. Get this, one startup has even proposed a system of AI bounty hunters. They basically want to pay regular people, internet users, to hunt down and report AI-generated content that might be misusing copyrighted material. It's a pretty clear signal of just how serious they want to look like they're taking this whole thing.
But here's the twist. While all the lawyers are busy writing angry letters, this creative avalanche has already started. And honestly, it seems totally impossible to stop. The cat, as they say, is not just out of the bag. It's halfway down the street and has started its own YouTube channel. So, for example, a little while ago, a clip of a live-action G1 Transformers, the classic 80s cartoon versions, it just went viral. This is something fans have been dreaming about for decades, and some random person on a laptop just made it. And you know what? It looks incredible. And it's not just about flashy visuals. Why is Netflix so furious? Well, probably because a fan-made AI-generated ending to Stranger Things popped up online. And a whole lot of viewers are saying it's actually better than the original. Yeah, when your fans can fix your billion-dollar show for practically nothing, you got a serious problem. And this just brilliantly shows the sheer creative chaos that's happening. This tech isn't just about remaking old stuff. It's creating completely new, wonderfully bizarre ideas, like a fire-breathing tabby cat taking on Godzilla. This is content that moves at the speed of imagination, and that's something Hollywood's system of committees and notes just can't keep up with.
So here's the bottom line. It's a simple rule. If the audience wants to see it and the tools are there to create it, someone is going to make it. You can't sue an idea, and you definitely can't sue market demand. The studios know, deep down, they can't actually stomp this out. Which brings us to what's really going on behind the curtain. This public war, all the legal threats, the scary letters. It's not about winning. It's about stalling for time. It's a delay game. So you got to think of it like this. Hollywood is fighting a two-front war. Publicly, the message is super loud and clear. This is copyright infringement. Stop it now. But the real strategy, the one happening in private, is to use all those legal threats to just slow the AI companies down, just long enough for the studios to figure out how to get a slice of the pie.
So where's this all going? Well, the end game here isn't to kill the technology. Not at all. The end game is to partner with it. You know the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. Or in this case, make a deal with them.
And guess what? It's already happening. While all this legal drama is playing out in public, Disney has already gone and cut a deal with OpenAI. The people who made the incredible video AI Sora. So the very same tech that others are getting threatened for using, Disney is already planning to use for itself. So you can see the 4-step plan unfolding right in front of us. Step 1, you cause chaos with a bunch of legal threats. Step 2, that creates a strategic delay. Step 3, during that delay, you get to the negotiating table and you hammer out partnership and licensing deals. And finally, step 4, you monetize the exact same technology you were just fighting in public. It's brilliant, in a way.
This is the future Hollywood is racing to build. They want a world where if you use an AI to create a video with a character that even kind of looks like Superman, Warner Bros. Gets a royalty check. If you generate a story set in the world of Bridgerton, Netflix gets a licensing fee. It's all about turning this huge existential threat into a brand new, massive stream of revenue.
But, let's step back from the corporate strategy for a second, because there's a much bigger and honestly way more exciting shift happening. This technology is fundamentally changing who gets to be a creator. We're talking about a real democratization of storytelling.
I mean, just look at what this means for someone out there dreaming of making movies. You can use these tools to learn the basics of filmmaking, how to block a shot, how to pace and edit, all for a tiny fraction of the traditional cost. And maybe most importantly, it lets you completely sidestep the old Hollywood gatekeeping system. The best storytellers, not just the ones with the best connections, can finally get their chance to shine. It's really about empowering all that undiscovered talent out there. Someone put it so perfectly. They said, "There is a genius in West Virginia somewhere. I want his story told, and I want to bypass the gatekeeping system." This technology, for the first time, might actually give them that chance.
So, as Hollywood keeps maneuvering to control and monetize this whole new world, the real question we're left with is this. When the power to create a movie isn't held by just a handful of studios anymore, but is available to literally anyone with a good idea, who gets to tell the stories that are going to define our future?